In this Flip Flop Navigator adventure, I'm in Okinawa, Japan, a subtropical chain of islands sitting at 26 degrees north latitude between mainland Japan and Taiwan, where the air smells like salt and seaweed and ferries still connect tiny island communities scattered across the East China Sea. The plan is simple. Load up the Surly Bridge Club bike packing touring bicycle, catch a series of ferries, and spend the next couple weeks bike camping across 7 Okinawan islands, staying a few nights on each island along the way. The islands are served by different ferry companies, schedules don't always line up, and only 2 direct inter-island ferry connections exist. A few overnight stops back in Naha are unavoidable, but honestly, that's part of the appeal. Slow travel, small ports, early morning ferries, store coffees before sunrise, and whatever happens in between. Taking off to Tsuken Island. It is 25 degrees Celsius out. It's looking pretty cloudy. It was supposed to be cloudy but not rainy today, so hopefully I don't get wet. On the way to the port to Tsuken Island, you pass Katsuren Castle. Probably 5 kilometers from the port to the island. Day 1 of my Okinawa 7-island hopping adventure at the Heishikiya port. Getting ready to go to Tsuken Island here in a couple hours.
じゃあ今往復1240円と、自転車。
はい。
なので400円。
安い。Ferry Kugani. This is definitely the most loaded down I've ever been, but I'm spending a lot of time camping this time, and most of my riding will be after I set up my tent and unload many things. So I'm just getting from here to Tamari Port and Naha, and once I get to Tamari Port, I'll be on the other islands going to the campgrounds, and then Tamari Port going to another ferry the next morning. It won't be very much riding with the full pack. The first meal of my trip is Goya Champuru Bento. Waiting for this ferry to leave in an hour and a half. This is the faster ferry that goes at 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock in the morning. They told me if I wanted, I could put my bike on this one also. Tsuken Island is the only island I'm going to on Okinawa's east coast in the Pacific Ocean. The ferry was at 2 p.m., so I took a leisurely 25-kilometer ride across Okinawa from Yomitan to Heishikiya Port to catch a 30-minute ferry to the island. Tsuken Island, aka Carrot Island, is a tiny island only 2.3 by 1 kilometer long, about 5 kilometers off the Katsuren Peninsula on Okinawa's east coast. Despite its size, the island has a long history dating back to the Ryukyu Kingdom era, and archaeological shell mounds show people lived here thousands of years ago. All Okinawa islands are known for crystal clear water, white sand beaches, quiet island atmosphere, and coral reefs, but Tsuken differentiates itself by being famous for growing sweet carrots. I'm a firm believer in the cot. It's extra weight, but it seems like always the best places to camp, especially if it's raining, are cement under a covered area. Or rocky, no matter what this bottom is like, I get the same night's sleep with the cot, no matter if I'm on sand, if I'm on rocks, if I'm on hard cement. Very, very good. Lightweight, easy to put together, strong. I love it. Sold on the cot. And a view of the ocean in Okinawa. This is my Zen Bivy. I can fasten all these up and close it, but it's gonna be so hot. I'm hot sweating. It's gonna cool down tonight. Tsuken Island carrots. Ishiganto. Camp is set up. It's starting to sprinkle. Ocean view. Go home and study. Take a shower. A friend decided to join me for my first night of Tsuken camping, so my roughing it wasn't so rough. Sweet Tsuken carrots, cooked and raw for dinner. When the Daiso 300 yen thing doesn't work. Solo stove, barbecue number 1. So happy my solo stove is working to barbecue. There's showers outside that have water. You can come in here, you can pay 300 yen for hot water. The facilities are nice, they're clean, very, very clean. They have the Japanese washlet. Then out here, you can use this water. I jumped in the ocean, and I came up here and rinsed off. Got the solo stove at work, cooking the meat little by little. And it's cloudy out today, but look at the sunset. Sleep in my glowing red tent. 8 a.m. on day 2. Got up, jumped in the water to cool off. Wake up, and here I am, chilling by the ocean, getting ready to make some eggs and spam. Look at this, we have clouds, but it's beautiful. 80% chance of rain, turned into mostly sunny. Spam, eggs, kimchi, some veggies left over from last night. Got the gas burning on the solo stove. Veggie omelet. The ocean looks much different from the campsite this morning. Gonna do a tour around the island. Meet someone at the pier. Come back here and swim. There's the campsite. There's the beach. We can use these tables. Now I'm going for a bike ride around the island. My daughter was arriving on the noon ferry, so after breakfast I took a quick ride around the island before heading out about 1 kilometer along the seawall to meet her as the ferry came into port. This is a seawall on the north side of Tsuken Island. Family karaoke. Konnichiwa. I'm out here at the very end of this long seawall. Look how green this water is. How clear it is. You could see it clear yesterday in the rain too. The weather was too good to waste. From the port, we headed straight for the beach in front of the campground and spent the afternoon floating in the warm Pacific water, watching ferries, birds, and banana boats come and go across the horizon. Found a lady friend on the beach. By afternoon, the blue skies were gone and heavy clouds started rolling across the island, so we spent the rest of the day exploring Tsuken, visiting the ruins of a 130-year-old lighthouse, beachcombing along the shoreline, and wandering the quiet back roads of the island. This lighthouse is the easternmost lighthouse in Okinawa. If you come from the US, it's the first light you will see from the Pacific Ocean. It was bombed in World War II, and you used to be able to walk around it, but now they need to cut it. I haven't been here since before COVID, so I'm sure they haven't cut it since before COVID. 1896, this lighthouse was built.
Really?
Tsuken Island is famous for carrots. It looks like carrot season just ended. There's some up there. What if they pull them by hand? This is right on the Pacific Ocean. All kinds of stuff washes up on the beach. Someone did a beach cleanup thing there. The second reef out there is really far out. Fishing floats up on the beach. The moment we've all been waiting for. Tsuken famous carrot lookout. There's little carrot seeds here. See the whole island. There's the 5:30. Do you know where your kids are? Music again. But the weather is much better than it was yesterday. About ready to do some shrimp on the Barbie. I'm gonna boil our eggs with this so we can eat them for breakfast and enjoy the sunset. Nikki on the Barbie with the shrimp.
Yum.
Back to your Australia days.
And enoki.
And enoki. Back to your Japan days. Eringi, butter, garlic, and shrimp for dinner. More shrimp, and some enoki, and some more onion. On the solo stove. It's going to be used a lot on this trip. When I first came here before COVID, there was this little restaurant here. The showers and the bathroom are the same with the big carrot on top. Look at that. Fruit bat. And then they had this cooking area. Water. These fruit bats are everywhere. My last sunset on the Pacific Ocean. We'll be going to the west side of Okinawa, between here and the sun, to 6 other islands. We spent the evening eating dinner and talking while the sky slowly turned darker shades of blue and orange, with the sun briefly breaking through beneath the heavy clouds just before disappearing into the horizon. Found a friend. All packed up, ready for night 2. 24 degrees outside. I think I'll sleep good. It's not raining this evening. I can have the flaps on both sides open. Little tiny crescent moon up there. Good morning, Tsuken Island, day 3. Some rain over there. Another beautiful day, heading back to Yomitan today. Then off to 6 more islands on the west coast. Good morning. Okinawa. Here's my coffee. You need that screen, don't you?
The wall?
Yeah.
I mean, that thing works pretty good. This is my coffee grinder.
It's cool. Let me get you grinding. After morning coffee and eggs, we packed up the camping gear and explored more of the island before catching the noon ferry back to the Okinawa mainland. Tomb of Kishabashi. Kishabashi came to Tsuken from the village of Kishaba in Nakagusku, established a hamlet, contributed to a prosperous community by providing guidance and enlightenment to people. Even today, villagers revere Kishabashi as the founder of Tsuken Island. Tsuken Island is the carrot island. Ferry leaves in an hour and a half. I'm going to ride around the town a little bit. The old Okinawa wall lean. Look at these old Okinawa walls made from the coral. The Okinawa roof. Traditional Okinawa style house. I see a big carrot ahead. Oh, look at this. Another traditional Okinawa style house with the roof. Tsuken Island, happy, happy, happy. Old traditional house with this big tree. Look at this big tree in the front yard. Hanging over into the road. Gajimaru. Wow, that's cool. So I'm here. Konnichiwa.
おはようございます。
おはようございます。この木、きれいね。大きい。
綺麗ですよ。
There's the post office. Usually at the post office you can use the ATM, but I don't see an ATM there. Look, they must be bicycle friendly at Azuma Shoten. This is the graveyard. Okinawa style graves. They're shaped like a womb. When you die, you go back to the womb. I believe in most places you see them all over the island, but here they're all located in this area. We'll see when we get to the other islands if that's the case. Maybe that's a small island thing. Whoa, I just got a spider across the face. Konnichiwa. All roads end on a beautiful beach. This farmer has done it correctly. He's got his field here. He's got his little farmhouse there, but he's looking at the ocean. These fish are called koi no bori, climbing carp, for Golden Week, for Children's Day, which is at the beginning of May. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Ninjin cider 飲まないと。
はい、飲んでください。
じゃあお願いします。
はい。はい、960円。
Ninjin cider. You see these around Okinawa a lot to keep bad spirits away. These shells. A lot of times they hang them by ropes at the top on the front door. And then the shisa, of course, the closed mouth to welcome the friendly spirits, and the open mouth to scare away the bad spirits. This is hibiscus. It's what's famous in Okinawa. Looks very similar to the flowers in Hawaii. But you can tell the difference between a Kariushi wear, Okinawa shirt, and a Hawaiian shirt by the flower on it. Okay, off to the port. Ferries in 53 minutes. Back to mainland Okinawa. Off to 6 more islands on the west coast from Tomari Port. This says welcome to Uruma City. Tsuken Island is part of Uruma City, but I bought the cider, the carrot cider. Went to this site, but this is all overgrown. I bet they haven't cut it since COVID. This is an old 1896 lighthouse. Was bombed during the war, but they don't have any signs for it. The road is bad to it. They don't cut it. They really need to clean it up. Beautiful views of the ocean. We went to the Carrot Lookout. Our campground. Wait, the lighthouse ruins are there. The port is there. Our campground is right here on Tomai Beach. Went along the beaches. I went to that beach on the other side. This seawall on the end is very cool. Tsuken Island. Thank you for coming. My chariot has arrived. Ninjin cider, carrot cider from Tsuken Island. Leaving on the ferry. Heading back to Yomitan for a couple days. And then heading out to 6 more islands. Staying 2 nights on each island. One of them is really small, so I'm only going to stay 1 night. So that's 11 nights, and then I have to come back to the port in Naha 3 nights and stay in a hotel. On the islands I'll be camping, and then I'll come back and I'll stay in a small hotel right by the port. Arrive 5 p.m., catch an early ferry at 9 a.m. or whatever. They're all different times. Alright, we're going to test this Ninjin cider out and see how it is. Ninjin cider, carrot cider, bought here at Tsuken Island. It's 400 yen, it's kind of pricey, but I had pulp in the top of it before, so that means it's real good stuff. Shake it up.
Oh!
Very smart. It's sweet. The carrots here are supposed to be sweet. What sugar is added? I need to read the label later.
They added shikwasa.
Nice, yeah, it's sweet. So they added shikwasa. Very, very good. If this video makes you want to get off the couch, jump on a ferry, and disappear to tiny little Tsuken Island for a few days, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Stay tuned for day 4 of my Okinawa bike camping adventure as I leave Okinawa's east coast behind and catch a ferry from Tomari Port in Naha to Tokushiki Island. Island number 2 on this subtropical Okinawa island hopping adventure.